Me, 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 me. You, 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 you. Hey there, welcome back once again. It is time for the Comics Coffee Table. That's right. Pull up a chair, grab a cuppa, whatever it is you're shoving under your nose there today, pal. Pre-recorded, live before a studio audience of my stuffed animals from our Boston studios. Hope you're having a good summer. I'm trying to keep cool and keep sane, keep it together. Hope you are too. Thank you so very much. It's the Comics Coffee Table. We come and we assemble here like Avengers every day, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern. We leave the real world problems over there. We come to our Comics Coffee Table. We pull up a chair, grab a cuppa, and we just shoot the breeze about comic books for a few minutes in our busy day. We take a break. We take our minds off our minds. Pretty simple, huh? This is a geeky chill stream. That's right. It's geeky. It's chill. We're streaming. We've achieved stream. And we love talking about comic books. That is the major part of the show is about reboxing, reboarding, and rebagging my entire collection. All along the way, we talk about comic books. We look at them. We appreciate them. We appreciate their value too sometimes as well. And it's also it's new release day. So happy new release Wednesday. Wednesday, the traditional day for new funny books at your local comic shop, your LCS. I'm also I get my supplies from my local comic book shop. I think it's very important for the health of our communities, wherever you are, that we return to our local shops and spend our money there. So I buy my boxes, my boards, and my bags at the comic book shop. Yes, I'm agreeing to pay the retail markup. I am. I know that. I'm not stupid. But what I am is I have my own twisted sense of morality where I find that, you know what? I'm going to avoid the big box stores, the big name stores, and the online supply chain, of which I know I could be getting a price cut and a deal and free delivery. But how does that help my local comic book shop? Or am I just chasing my tail? It's every week that goes by that I see the new comics that are out and I look at them inside of them, and I'm just so dissatisfied with the level of art. It's gotten to be crappy lately. Like it's we're saving paper, we're saving ink, we're saving transit time and all these things that we used to do, like UPS or FedEx, and giant tubes full of art that you would have to, or even just fax things over, just so it's just like, it's like, it's digital, it's 21st century, get over it, you Luddite old person of the 20th century. You're a problematic, toxic fan for rejecting our digital art. We're paying top dollar for reprinted webtoons. It's just I'm literally not buying it anymore. So it's going to take a good comic for me to actually buy anymore. I've had my break, I've come back, and in that time I've noticed, like, hey, what's up with the quality? If it's not the bad writing or the Cal Arts style that I hopefully is a trend that dies really soon. It's this, this digital art that I suspect any comic book immediately, when it goes from artist to digital colorist, or what they call the colorist is now called the color artist. And it's just, that means that there's going to be no traditional inking skills involved in this. So it goes from line art to digital coloring, for like a digital line art to digital coloring. And it just lacks charm, it lacks soul, it lacks that organic line. But oh look, it's so precise and clean. But it's a comic book. It doesn't have to, it's, I just have such like dwindling expectations of the purveyors of my hobby. I don't know how long I can stick with it. I'm being honest. I might retreat back to a more of an idyllic age and just collect and talk about Bronze Age titles, Copper Age titles, anything before 2015, basically. I mean, geez. I'm having the biggest problem justifying the amount of money I spend, the supplies that go behind that, the boards, the bags, the boxes, and the physical space. That I only have so much space in my apartment. I do. So do you. You don't have this infinite resource of space. Now, when it comes to that digital art, looking good on a tablet, that's great. That's just not comics to me. That's not a comic book. That's a slice of a trade paperback that's going to be presented to you on a digital medium, which has its own internal light source. I mean, just it seems like the most underrated thing about this art is just like, where's the light source? What's like, what's up with this shadow? Like, why doesn't this look right? There's just an intrinsic look to it that I don't want to spend my money on it anymore. But hey, let's talk about something nicer instead. Let's talk about, I'm a professional chef and I love menus and I love looking at menus, and I like to peruse a menu and be like, what strikes my interest? I'm feeling peckish. What do I want to have? So I go to leagueofcomicgeeks.com/comics/new comics, and they have a great menu of what's coming out every week. And let me tell you, I've done my counting. I hate math. I hate to do countings. But there are 105 different serialized print publications available for our local comic book shops to purchase from their distributors and to put onto their shelves. And we are going to look at some. Well, I'm going to look at some. I'm going to read it to you. But first and foremost, I'm very grateful for this comic book. Batman Superman's World's Finest, number 17, is coming out today. It is written by Mark Waid. Artist is Dan Mora. But still, Dan Mora is the artist, and it goes right to the colorist. And so it's like, I'm pretty sure Dan Mora is good at his job. So I'm not sure if he's drawing and inking, or if it's one of those deals where, he just ships it, does line art digitally, and then passes it off to his digital colorist. But maybe it's the artists themselves and the attention to detail that they possess. But Dan Mora's art is pretty spectacular. 32 pages for $3.99. It's World War AI. And it's all the mechanical robots, friendly or bad, in the DC universe have been hacked with a virus. And they're all ganging up against the organics. Who will survive? It's World's Finest is a fun tale. It's just Batman and Superman set a few years, or I think several years, in the canon's past. Because the younger heroes are in their younger incarnations. It's Dick Grayson Robin. And he appears to be about 15 or 16 years old. He's not quite old enough to be thinking about being Nightwing yet. And his Teen Titans don't have Cyborg, Raven, Starfire, and Beast Boy yet. They're just they're more of the early '70s second team with Bumblebee, Hornblower, and maybe Golden Eagle. I don't even know who that is really. I kind of do, kind of don't. But it's the DC heroes in a war against New Mazo. Amazo is a classic Justice League villain, a robot that can take on the powers of any hero. And so it's over on Marvel, you got the Super Skrull, which is so that would be like the Marvel version. But yeah, I'll be getting this because I buy and I'm reading World's Finest for the duration. There's Something is Killing the Children, number 31 by James Tynion on Boom, issue 31. This is a really popular magazine I'm not tuned into, but I've heard that that's a hot title. X-Men Red, no thank you. Guardians of the Galaxy, no thank you. We've got Superboy, Man of Tomorrow, number 4. Just more listen, us cruel, toxic fans, we call it bisexual lighting. It's the fusion of pink and purple. It permeates like all the backgrounds, and it's like we just like it's maybe it's a mean jape, but it's everywhere in comics. It's like, how can you get? I thought that the magenta colors in the late '80s were bad. I mean, there were new colors. You have this infinite color palette on a digital, as a digital colorist, but it's just so, dissatisfying. I don't want to spend my money on printed up webtoons. I have friends in Japan. It's hard for them to get new releases on paper as comic books at a fair price. So their source of reading new releases is the digital platform. And I don't want to waste my time on that. There's here we go. Todd McFarlane writing, Brett Booth on art. It's Gunslinger Spawn, number 22. It's $2.99. See, Todd McFarlane is selling Spawn for $2.99 at Image, and he keeps selling it, and he keeps selling it. It's Spawn is very, very popular, and it's cover art by J.H. Williams III as well. I don't read Spawn. I never have. I tried to like the HBO animated series decades ago, and that was as close as I ever got. I saw the movie when it came out. That movie was horrible. It's like, talk about a movie that is sold on a trailer. Let's see. We got Radiant Black on Image Comics, number 25. What is that? People talk about this. It's Kyle Higgins, Joe Clark, and it's I don't know what this is about. And it's on Image Comics. But I hear good things about it too. There's King Spawn. That's also sold for $2.99. King Spawn number 24. And then we have Night Terrors. Superman, $4.99. Night Terrors, Nightwing, $4.99. Star Wars, Dr. Aphra, number 34. Oh, written by Alyssa Wong. Sorry, that gets a fuck you from me. Sorry, fuck you. There you go. I wouldn't buy it anyway, but now I'm extra not going to buy it, huh? I can't stand Luke Skywalker with a gold lightsaber. That's just fucking stupid. I mean, I can't stand Disney Star Wars, and a G1 fan. That makes me toxic just by existing. There's Void Rivals number 2. I got issue 1 just for the variant cover. That's it. I mean, I looked at the story. It was like, yeah, sure. I looked at the end of the story, just find the reveal. I bored, and I'll be back for this with New Transformers #1 by Daniel Warren Johnson, and G.I. Joe: A Real American Hero #301 written by Larry Hama. Now, like I said, the art for me dictates my future in buying floppies from going forward. I'm making the choice. I don't have. It's stressful to oh, I'm never gonna read this again. You know how much I paid for this? This cost $4. I mean, that doesn't. I mean, $5. I mean, that must sound pathetic to a younger person. Like, oh, that's nothing. Like, are you kidding me? That all adds up. I mean, and it all adds up in space, and I just, no thanks. Let's see. Extreme Venomverse #5. And it's got Jeff the Shark on the cover. That's cute. I don't even know what a Jeff the Shark really is. So I heard it's some cutesy stuff. There's a lot of ladies in the live chat, so I don't want to come off sounding misogynist, because the ladies have always had a place here at the Comics Coffee Table, have always had a place at tabletop gaming, have always had a place at comic book conventions, have always had a place in editorial and writing and in artists. I'm not down for what I'm not down for is just making it it's stupid. I mean, it's just it's only superhero comic books, so isn't it intrinsically stupid? Sure. But cutesy, I mean, is it selling? Does cutesy fucking sell? Seriously. Blade #1 by Brian Hill. Artist Elena Casagrade, and it goes right to a colorist. You can already, so that's just 36 pages, $4.99, and yeah, no thanks. And what is it? Legacy number 29? Really? You put a legacy number on that? Let's see. We got Moon Knight: City of the Dead for $4.99. 36 pages. At least this has, a penciler and an inker. See, that's a little bit more respectable for me. I mean, seriously, one of the big things of comics is that, good. You can't hire the good the artists anymore because their page rates are too expensive. So you ship out to other places, overseas, young artists that will work for peanuts and who work on digital, because that really saves transit time, paper, and everything. Sure, I get it. This is what it means to buy a corporate-owned magazine. Having, it's just that's the standard. There is no good. Sorry. Back again. There's Hawk Girl #1 for $3.99. It's once again artist straight to colorist, and it's apparently a 6-issue mini. And I was really interested in getting it for a hot minute, until I found out it was a mini. Because if it's a mini, that means it's issue 1's all going to be some unfulfilling setup and fluff. I could be wrong. I'll take a peek at it. I promise. I'll take a peek at it. $3.99 for 32 pages. It's Kendra Saunders, Hawk Girl, as opposed to Shira Hall, Hawk Girl, Hawk Woman. And she needs a fresh start. And antics ensue. All right, but it's I would be but yeah, like I said, this is written for the trade. It's not going to have any tension. It's not going to have any stakes, and I'm kind of not interested in that. I will take a peek at it. I promise. I'll look at it. There's Night Terror's Wonder Woman #1, $4.99. Catwoman Night Terrors, $4.99. There's Spider-Gwen, Shadow Clones, $3.99. That's #5. Oh my goodness. Well, at least there's 2 artists and an inker on this. It's a clone-tastic story. I mean, there's no, one of the things I hear about all the time, like, oh, nothing's original anymore. Everything's so, just retreads. But also the original stuff that they throw at us isn't that good to begin with. I don't know. Am I sounding like a grumpy old fan today? Are you a grumpy old fan shaking your fist at a cloud of zeros and ones that are pretending to be art? Tales of the Titans #1. It's a Starfire special. It's 40 pages for $4.99. It's got 4 variant covers. It's a really nice Alex Ross variant cover for San Diego Comic-Con. Really awesome looking. It imitates New Teen Titans #1 by Wolfman Perez. There is a 1 in 25 Javier Rodriguez cardstock variant of the Starfire cover that's really cute, and I would be really interested. But I just no. Like I say, space, and it goes like we have writer, artist, letterer. No mention of inker, no mention of colorist. All I can, like I said, once again, I will pick it up. I will look at it. But I gotta get better at buying comic books. I'm like, I don't want to feel trapped into buying something that I'm just intrinsically not into. Black Panther #2. What's that legacy number? Legacy 214. Written by, is that Eve Ewing or Al Ewing? Let's find out. Eve Ewing, yeah. At least you have Christopher Allen is penciling, and Craig Young is inking, and you have a colorist. Yeah, so something such as a more traditional. When I see artist inker, I get a little bit like, but then it goes to digital coloring, because it's all digital coloring. Let's see, what else do we have today? Aliens #4 for $4.99. It's 28 pages for $4.99. And remember, that's 22 pages of story and 6 pages of house ads for $4.99. And it's going right from the artist to the colorist. And also, I think this is... I got the first issue of this just to try it out because, I love aliens. I love xenomorphs. I love that Ed O'Bannon universe there, but... that was a complete miss for me. The Vigil #3. No, I got the first issue as a key, but no thanks. Punchline, Night Terror's Punchline #1. Who's Punchline? Harley's replacement, but she's stronger and more, and braver or something. That's at $3.99. So that's the normal priced Night Terror. 32 pages. And once again, well, it's written by Danny Lore, who I've never read anything of. Everyone in my community always but they have the direct experience reading, and so they have, they can say like, hey, this person's consistently, throwing stinkers, throwing junk. But we have, artist, colorist. That should be the first red flag of anyone buying a comic book, and be like, then look at the art and be like, this doesn't look right. It doesn't feel right. There's Deadpool Batter Blood, which is Rob Liefeld. I love Rob. The story and the artist. There's a writer, Chad Bowers, that helps him, and there's an inker. So yeah, I don't think Rob's still a throwback. He does paper as well. Static. I would love to be buying Static, but it's just not. It's written by Vita Ayala, and I don't think so. I mean, is Rebooted Origin? I mean, that's already been memory hold, hasn't it? Ugh. Then there's Big Game #1. This is the one that I've been looking forward to. This is my reason for hitting the Funny Book Bodega on new release day this coming summer. I don't even know how many issues are in it. I don't care. I'll just keep coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 variant covers. We haven't even mentioned San Diego Comic-Con. I don't think so. I'm not going. And with the writers and actors strike, there's so many Hollywood things pulling out of San Diego Comic-Con. It's like a mixed bag. Like, people are like, oh no, Sandog's going to be dead. Like, or it's going to be reclaimed by the comics people who felt, got shut out of their own shit. I'm all for comics and comics people. I love my Comic-Con. I got the new one here in Boston called Boston Wicked Con. And it's just comics creators, no anime, no celebrities, photo ops and signatures, just it's comics, it's creators, it's vendors, it's dollar bins, and it's a bit more grassroots, I'm not trying to sound demeaning to the con experience. They are glorified flea markets. You ever been to a flea market? It's a big. I don't know how else to put it. If you don't, a flea market is like you go and you buy. There's tables in a hall, or sometimes it's outside. But it's the mini-series premiere. The comic event of the summer is here. So top secret we can't show you the cover. I'm looking forward to this. We're making a Miller World box. So, oh look, Street Fighter versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. Not into it. I tried the first issue. Let's see, it's Harley Quinn, black and white and redder. It's written by Chip Zdarsky. Art by Kevin Maguire. Kevin Maguire is amazing. And so there was the 2020 Harvey nominated Harley Quinn, Black, White, and Red. Now, Black, White, and Plus, they're I think it started back with Batman, Black and White, and it was really good comics, in my humble opinion, anthology style, short runs, and then you have like Black, White, and Red. So it's just there's only you add one color. This is pretty cool. It's but yeah, then there are other like Leah Williams and Nacho Bustos, and then Paul Scheer and Nick Giovanni, and so this as well follows that anthology story, but it's more of like no, I don't think so. $4.99. At least it's 40 pages. Let's see. What are you getting this week? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comment section. Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, The Rebellion, $4.99 for 36 pages. And I'm just the cover is pretty funny. It's got Admiral Akbar. You can always hear him saying it's a trap, but it's the meme. It's the meme, and I think that's pretty funny. A good cover can usually seduce me away from my ducats. Not this time. Ronin Book 2, number 3 for $7.99. But it's an amazing quality of book, though. I mean, you got Philip Tan penciling, Daniel Enriquez is inking. So it's real line work. It's real art. I just don't like the story that much. This is Frank Miller. He's the creator, he's the writer, and he also does some penciling too. And John Workman doing the lettering. Come on, this is his class. That's a classic combo. Like Frank Miller Presents is this really interesting, independent print. And this is a 6-issue mini. I did not like Ronin 1 to begin with. And I was a kid in the comic book store, and I'd always be drawn to it, and I'd always open it up, because I love samurai stories, and I'd always put it down, and I'm like, that's confusing, it's a jumble. I didn't, I just didn't, didn't take to it very well, And, but, I mean, just across the board, this is a quality book. I should be buying it just for that fact. I bought the first 2 issues because I would talk to editor Dan DiDio, I know I can hear the chat already. at this year's Boston Wicked Comic Con, he literally sold me on it. He was just turning the pages, and he was like, every page is a splash page, every page. This beautiful Philip Tan art. So this is the opposite of what I'm talking about. This is quality. That is Ronin Book 2. That is a comic book, opposed to any of this, printed webtoons. I hate that. I don't want to spend my money on printed webtoons. But Boom Studios has an issue number 1 here called Power Rangers Unlimited. I love Power Rangers, celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Power Rangers. It's $7.99. It's got an artist and a colorist again. So I mean, I don't know about that. I'll have to look at it. And I love Power Rangers. You know what I mean? I could be into that, especially since it's an issue 1. And it's a jump on spot for me. Yeah. Let's see. What else is going on today here? We've got Star Trek Day of Blood number 1 for $5.99, and it's 32 pages. Oh, my goodness. It's got 3 writers, and the editor turns me off to buying anything they're associated with. I don't know. If you just because, huh? Let's see. There's Street Fighter swimsuit special from Udon from $4.99. I would totally get this. That looks so hot. I mean, I love it. It's got like this mock-up of a Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue from Days of Yore, and I saw them recently on a live stream, and I'm like, really? I wasn't too clued into Udon. Maybe I should be. Well, check it out if it's there. You've Been Canceled number 2 from Mad Cave Studios. It's for $4.99. See, all of this adds up. $4.99. That's $5. So you're spending $40 on comic books that are going to be eventually collected into a trade that could be cheaper, and that if you're a speculator, these might not have I'm not a speculator. I'm a comic book fan. I dig the whole speculator thing. It's not really my thing, but I'm into it. I'll tell you this much. Scout Comics number 2, Count Dante number 2 is coming out this week. I'm in for that. That's $4.99. And yeah, that's fun. It's like a Tarantino movie. So yeah, I'm into that. Talk about Mark Miller. Wanted issue number 1, special collector's edition. It's from Top Cow for $4.99, and it's maybe I'll pick that up because I don't have any Wanted in my Miller World short box, and Wanted is what started the Miller World. So maybe we should check that out too, huh? Let's see what else is out today. We're getting near the end of the list. And as always, Archie Comics. First of all, Archie Comics, no thanks anyway. But why? Thank you for finishing Afterlife with Archie. You had 2 issues to go. You couldn't fulfill the promise. What am I going to do with an incomplete story like that? Can I send it back to you? Can I say, keep your comic book? Have it back. You keep your comic book. You have it back. Yeah. Enjoy the money, you bunch of thieves. It's $9.99 for 192 pages. And it's World of Betty and Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest number 27. Like I say, I notice this every week, and I never see this Archie comic on any of the shelves I go to. Anything else that catches my eye that I'm going to pick up that I could pick up this week? Let's see. I think that pretty much does it. Yeah. So, happy new release day. Hopefully, we are at the local comic book shop and we are picking out our comics and we are saying, I'm getting this. What are you getting? Oh, wow, you got that? Tell me what you think. Well, thank you so very much. Happy new release day. For the Comics Coffee Table, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern daily. We hang out for a couple of minutes. We pull up a chair. We grab a cuppa. Whatever it is we're shoving under our noses today. Time for some more coffee. Indeed. Have a great day. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. And smash that like button. You have a great day. Good to see you. We'll see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.